when you're paying a shop to figure out what's wrong with your car. I think there's really only one way that's right to do it, and that's by proper diagnostics.
All right, guys, in this video, we're going to be trying to diagnose two codes that this car has. We got a oscilloscope. This is going to be our first time using it, and we're going to go ahead and use it to check some wiring and see if we can't point ourselves in the right direction of the problems. What happens when we plug in the sensor? Nothing. I think that proved our point.
We know we have a bad mass airflow sensor.
All right, guys, if you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed yet, I don't know why, but you better hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. But as far as I could tell, signal we should be seeing exactly what the computer is saying. So.
Are you seeing what you want to see?
Oh, I'm having ChatGPT tell me how to hook this scope up. Oh my god.
I do watch the land for like 2 minutes. Hello? Well, I would like to make a video. Max is sitting here patiently waiting for me. Can't do anything. Matt was talking to me. As soon as Matt left, I go to walk out the shop and people are dropping cars off and want to talk to me.
I'm trying to get set up and my phone's ringing.
The sooner I can get the video, the sooner I can get the phone.
Unbelievable.
Now I feel like I'm on reality TV.
I gotta start working on my 5.3 liter. Love you. Bye. All right, guys, in today's video, we're going to be diagnosing some check engine trouble codes on my E46 330 BMW. This is one of our drift cars. We just sent it last season and we didn't care about the codes, but we're trying to squeeze a little bit more power out of this thing, so we'd like to get it running right. It's got one code for the intake camshaft position sensor. The other code it has is for the mass airflow. We got a oscilloscope. This is going to be our first time using it, and we're going to go ahead and use it to check some wiring and see if we can't point ourselves in the right direction of the problem. So stay tuned, watch the whole video. Maybe you'll learn something. We're definitely going to have to learn something because I've never used the scope before. So change of plans. I got the scope out and I had no clue what I was doing. We spent how long?
At least 4 hours.
You don't even know because you went home before we got it working. Anyway, I did enough screwing around last night that I'm pretty sure our problem is the mass airflow sensor. I'm hoping the mass airflow sensor is actually causing the mass airflow code and the cam intake code. Apparently, when they act up, the Vanos uses the mass airflow to know the load. That's one of the main inputs when deciding how to operate the Vanos. If the mass airflow is bad, it can also cause the Vanos to act up, and that can sometimes cause an intake cam code. I was able to graph the exhaust cam and the intake cam on waveforms on the scope last night, and they both looked identical, so I wasn't able to find any issues there. I was able to check the signal on the intake cam at the connector and the connector at the sensor and the connector at the ECU, so I know the wiring is intact and the signal is getting to the ECM. See if we can't get the scope set up, show you guys how we're going to set it up and use it in order to prove that the mass airflow sensor is a problem. If it's the only problem, we don't know yet. Here is the wiring diagram for the mass airflow sensor. This is the mass airflow, and this is all the other stuff somewhat associated with it. We got our black wire. If we follow that, that's going to be ground through the ECU. We have our yellow wire. That's our air mass, or mass air meter. So that's a signal wire. And then we have this red and white. That's our power wire, and that's also connected to a couple other things like our camshaft position sensor. So at first, when I saw these two codes, I was wondering if something was up on this power side, but from as far as I could tell, there's no issues with the power side to either one of these. But I was thinking, two codes, that's one way they could be connected if this power wire had an issue somewhere, but looks like it probably would have affected some of the other sensors too that we're not seeing codes for. So we're going to set up the scope on our ground wire and our signal wire from the mass airflow sensor and see what we get. And honestly, I think I might tap into the computer, because then we'll, that if we're getting good signal there, then in theory, unless there's something wrong with the connectors or the pins on the ECU, we should be getting that good. We should be getting that signal. Well, we should be seeing exactly what the computer is seeing. So let's figure out how to get her set up. So we're going to go in to our MAF wires. I believe this is the right connector. I could be wrong, but this is the one that comes out here to this harness. So in order to back probe these, we're going to pop this latching piece apart here. And there's just a little tab here that you pull up on. This will slide right out. And then, at least for testing purposes, we can just plug this right into, you can plug these right into the ECU. Now we'll be able to get back probe into them. Meter, Peter. Ooh, we got our back probe here. We can take a quick peek at the wiring diagram. Black wire, 17. So this gray connector is 14 through 26. So 14, 15, 16, 17. That is a black wire. Let's see if we have continuity here. This is our mass airflow plug here. Look at that.
0.3.
We found our ground.
Oh, shit.
Now yellow is our signal. Follow that. And that is number 1. Actually, just to be all satisfactory here, we'll put black.
Black on black,
Yep.
yellow and red. Take two.
All right, so we're back probed into our yellow number 1, and that should be our MAF signal wire here. Yellow's the middle, and right there on the continuity test, we're getting a beep, so we know we're on the right track here. Now I'm gonna carefully. I think this usually does that when it's ready to shut off.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Сейчас ладно, так и выключу, серьезно.
Is he looking at my
Сейчас
door?
заведу тачку.
Doc? All right, I got that ECU plugged back in now. I just want to verify that the back probe still has a good connection. Yep. And on ground. Yep. All right. All right. We keep getting distracted here. We're very popular around these parts. We got our scan tool. I got it plugged in so it's charging because it's about halfway dead from screwing around. We got our oscilloscope, and we're going to link it to the scan tool with this USB plug here. When that plugs in, it's going to just launch the scope application right away. We have 2 channels showing right now. You'll have a couple different attachments here for the scope, and I'm sure there's a lot more that you can buy to do all kinds of other stuff. For what we're looking at, it's relatively low voltage DC volts. It's my understanding that we don't have to be too particular with what we use here. There's no danger to the machine. If you're doing testing on high voltage stuff like ignition coils, or you want to look at current, there is certain different attachments and stuff that I'm not super familiar with, but as we learn to use this tool, we will learn as we go with you guys. But for this, we just have our alligator clips here, our normal lead, banana clip lead. First one, we're going to go to channel 1. We're going to hook this up to a good ground. I don't know if that's a good ground or not. That's what we used last night.
Well, you got something going on here.
Then we're going to go to our signal at the ECU. We're going to go ahead and grab another set of banana leads. That's going to be channel 2. And technically, these grounds should be going to the battery ground. I believe we will be fine just going to the same ground. And then this is going to go to our sensor ground at the ECU. I have no clue what I'm looking at right now, so just give me a second. What happens when we plug in the sensor? Nothing? It's still running.
Are you messing me up, Frank? Stop. Assembly.
You had a spike there.
What the hell?
Yeah, you had a little change there.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I think that kind of proves our point.
What's it prove?
Well, the voltage should be going up or moving somehow as the airflow changes. I mean, we started the car, it didn't change at all, and now we know there's air flowing through the MAF. So that signal should be showing something. We revved it up, nothing changed. We unplugged it, the car's still idling. We plug it in and it stalls. You can see it pegs as soon as we plug it in.
So maybe it's a contact issue or what?
No, the MAF is bad. So right there, the computer tried to read the MAF, and it just sent it straight to the moon and stalled the car out. And the car says, "Well, that's not right." The computer knows the MAF is bad.
Now it's reading. For what?
Every time it spikes, it's reading the MAF.
Smells rich as shit in here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. It's cold start and it's
Yeah.
MAF don't work. Did you see anything? Did it move at all?
No.
See this sensor's not even supposed to go to 12 volts. It's only supposed to go to 5 volts.
Yeah.
So as soon as that, I mean, that's got to be shorted.
99.9% certainty it's faulty.
That's got to be shorted.
How much is a new one?
Oh, I don't know.
too much.
How many liters?
3.
It's a 325.
330. Well, I think that proved their point, but it didn't really show you guys any scope action. So I'm going to hook up the intake and exhaust cam sensors so you guys can see the waveforms on those and see how we compared them yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. Camshaft. Oh, let me fire it up and see what happens. Are you seeing what you want to see? Oh yeah, now we're starting to see something. So that's the waveform for the intake and the exhaust. Let me just double check this. So channel
Hold on.
channel 1, the yellow one, is our exhaust camshaft, and the blue one, channel 2, is our intake camshaft. And you can see they both look identical. Now that's important. That's important because we're throwing a code for the intake camshaft position sensor, but not for the exhaust. But we can see here that they both look identical, so we probably don't have any problems with the actual camshaft position sensor. We did see problems with the mass airflow sensor, so logically, that, I mean, it pretty much proves that that mass airflow sensor is bad, and the computer is seeing that and not looking at it anymore once it tries to stall out the vehicle. So does that guarantee that everything is good with our computer? Well, I wouldn't say that it guarantees it, but I don't suspect that the computer is bad because it's doing its job. It's doing what it's supposed to. I'm not ready to put a new one in to fix this problem, so I don't think we really need to do any more testing on the computer, at least not at this point. We know we have a bad mass airflow sensor, and we know we have a code for the intake cam and the mass airflow sensor circuit. So I believe we need to start with the mass airflow sensor. I'm going to see if I can find a good used one. The aftermarket sensors don't tend to do very well. Actually, I think this is an aftermarket sensor that's in here now. So, and that's how we got the car. But I want to see if we can get an OE sensor used for a lot cheaper than what an OE one would cost new. If we can't find a good used OE sensor, then maybe we'll take a gamble on like a $50, $60 aftermarket sensor online and see what happens. But yeah, this was our first time using the scope, just trying to get familiar with it. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions, comments. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this video. We would like to get into some more diagnostic stuff. We're constantly trying to learn and better ourselves with better equipment, better knowledge and experiences. So we don't like to guess. We like to test and actually have evidence to what's bad and what needs replaced. And there can be arguments said whether it's worth spending the time to do that or not, but I think you've seen enough instances that when a shop gets something wrong, 9 times out of 10, that shop just keeps billing the customer for more parts and more time and more parts and more time. And if you're doing it at home and you want to swap some parts around or just gamble at buying a part and putting it on, hoping it fixes the code, well, that's your own time spent and your own money lost. But when you're paying a shop to figure out what's wrong with your car, I think there's really only one way that's right to do it, and that's by proper diagnostics.
Thinkcar super ultra mega tool that we're borrowing from the Cornwell dealer because he's cool. And the Thinkcar scope box.
I cut.
So we're here at my home garage. Don't mind the mess. I haven't worked out of here in quite a while. But while I was editing this video, I just realized that I wanted to give a big shout out to my Cornwell dealer, Brandon, at Manning Tool Company. He has done us a huge favor. I'm on the fence of what I want to purchase. I know I want to get an oscilloscope. I've been considering updating my scan tool. We have some Altels at the shop. Mine's been out of date for a while now, and I'm not really sure if I want to spend the money to re-up on the updates. So I'm kind of looking for a new scan tool, and this one Brandon had on the truck, and he was willing to let us demo. He got the oscilloscope and everything with it so we could try it out. Unfortunately, I've been sitting on it for some time now. A couple weeks went by, and I haven't really been able to play with it a whole lot. So I've been using these Wednesday night videos, or Friday night for you guys when we get them uploaded, but I've been using this time to try and get more familiar with this tool and see if it's something that I want to purchase. If you guys are interested in this tool, it's the Think Tool Expert 399 from Thinkcar, and also we use their oscilloscope with it. So far, I think the scope's pretty cool, but I've just kind of scratched the surface on this thing, guys. This isn't a sponsored video. I'm not trying to sell this thing to you. If you're curious, I wanted to give you a little bit more info, and mainly I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Brandon for letting us demo it. If you guys are local to me, you know where I'm at, and you're not already being serviced by a Cornwell dealer, then definitely reach out to Brandon. And if Brandon isn't able to get to you and you're out of his territory, my past Cornwell dealer at the shop that I used to work at, Jeremy Franks, was also a really good guy if you want to reach out to him. I feel like I got to say something about Jeremy too, because he always took really good care of me when I was in his territory, and we were hoping things would work out. But I'm slightly out of his territory now, and I'm not really upset that I got to meet Brandon, because Brandon's been taking really good care of us. So just a little tidbit there, a little bit of information for you guys that are curious. And yeah, thanks again, Brandon. If you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed yet, I don't know why, but you better hit that subscribe button. We're going to have some more content coming out. I'm going to keep trying to keep up with the videos. It's tough. The shop is a full-time job and YouTube's a full-time job. So that leaves me with no time to drift and break my cars. Fortunately for you guys, most of my cars are broken, so you should be seeing some more of me.
Thanks for becoming a gym member. You don't have to give, you go to member. Less of a gym member, you don't have to go to Platinum. Thanks.
The rolling times.
Rolling time.
Yeah.
Everybody, follow my boy, Rolling Time.
Hey, be safe, guys. H2O is canceled.